Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. This game is one I just bought. As you can see, there is not even a continue button yet. I have no save game, so this will be a first impression series. This is the first time I'm touching the game, but it looks really cool. The graphics look very nice, and it's a combination of kind of like Factorio as well as, I would say, what's the thing called again? That one strategy game, Planetary Annihilation. That's the one where you have all these different planets that you can travel between, and they have like the actual global, like the globe maps. Anyway, let's just jump in the game and let's show you. They are randomly generated, so we have, well, a number of stars. I guess 64 is fine. Cluster seed, whatever. It's randomly generated, so I have no idea what is good and what is bad. We have several types of stars apparently. We have a black hole, white dwarf, neutron star, zero type star, B, A, F, G, K and M type stars. Now I don't know what any of those do, so we're just going to go ahead and find out, I guess. And this is also kind of like Factorio, where we start with a character. So we are in a spaceship, and that is completely new.
To the actual universe.
To me.
You may find it's different from our homeland. Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time, I am your advisor and will help you through this mission.
Oh, that looks cool, man. This is really sweet. So can we do anything yet? Doesn't seem like it.
Everything here is yours. As one of Cosmo and the pioneer of the Dyson Sphere program, you will explore this cluster step by step. By using the resources here to construct the Dyson Sphere to provide energy for the center brain to maintain homeland, starting from scratch. I have chosen a designated planet for you to start the mission, which has necessary resources for initial development. Now please drive the space capsule to the planet.
Okay, so now we can do things, and I guess we go to Supra free. Yeah, okay, so now we can actually do stuff. Look around with the mouse, move forward with W. Can we also speed up? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, so we'll just keep going the way we're going. Oh, I'm excited, man. This looks super cool. The graphics are very nice.
Now you are about to reach the designated planet.
Alright, I'm losing control again. That's fine. It's good that there's a tutorial here, because this could be very overwhelming very quickly. But look at how cool this looks, man. And there we are.
This is Icarus, a lightweight industrial mecha with powerful functionality. You can use the arrow keys or right-click on the destination to control its movement. In this mission, you will manipulate Icarus to travel beyond the stars and create miracles.
Oh, that looks super cool. Alright, so we have some other tutorials here. Backgrounds.
Now try to recycle the space capsule. Right-click on it to recycle.
Alright, let's have a quick look at this. In the future, human beings enter the ranks of advanced civilizations. And the power of science and technology brings rapid development. People use virtual reality to iterate space and time, create a virtual universe much larger than the real world, and gradually transfer human consciousness to the virtual universe. Oh. The operation of the virtual world requires supercomputing power. For this reason, human beings circle the sun and create a supercomputer, the center brain, hoping to use its powerful computing power to expand the virtual home. The computing power of the center brain gradually reaches its limit because the number of consciousness continues to grow. If we want to accommodate more consciousness, it needs more energy supply. So the Cosmo launched an engineering project codenamed Dyson Sphere Program, sending engineers to the real world to build the Dyson Sphere to provide continuous and stable energy for the center brain. As a member of Cosmo and the pioneer of the Dyson Sphere program, you will control the mecha on an unknown journey by using the terminal. You need to gather resources, plan and design production lines, gradually realize full automation starting from scratch, and transform your factory from a small workshop developing into a magnificent intergalactic industrial empire, and finally built a great miracle, the Dyson sphere. Builders
You
of...
have not unlocked the construction menu, which will be done automatically when complete any technology research. Click the technology tree button at the bottom right of the screen to open the technology tree and activate a research.
Alright, so that's what we're going to do pretty soon. Builders of great civilizations. In this process you are bound to encounter many difficulties. After all, the universe is so large that anything can happen. However, your creativity and imagination will help you accomplish this great goal. The entire cluster will become the cornerstone of human civilization under your plan. What is a Dyson sphere? As civilization continues to develop, the demand for energy will continue to increase in the vast universe. Develop the star's energy becomes an inevitable choice for the civilization's development when the energy on the planet can no longer sustain. So you might notice a few weird English sentences here. I think this game is made in China, so the translation is a little bit off here and there. Anyway, in 1960, Mr. Freeman Dyson put forward a legendary concept, the Dyson sphere theory. Dyson sphere is an imaginary space giant that can surround the entire star and obtain most or all of its energy output. Oh, okay. According to the classification of Kardashev's civilization level, first-class civilization can develop and utilize all the resources of the planet on which it inhabits. Secondary civilization can collect the energy of the entire star system and even allow the matter to break the speed limit of light. Third-level civilization can master and use all the energy of the entire galaxy. Possessing the ability to build a Dyson sphere indicates that humanity will move towards the secondary civilization. And yeah, so we have a basic thing that we can check out later. Gather resources. You can use right mouse button to click on a ground target. So yeah, we are going to recycle this thing and give ourselves some resources.
Same operation to collect resources such as trees, gravel, etc. In the meantime, hold down Shift and right-click to give a series of commands.
Alright, so that gives us some
receive
copper ore.
Several items after recycling the space capsule. Click the inventory button in the lower right corner of the screen to open the cabin to view them.
Inventory there. Alright, we also still need to do the technology tree. So we have the Dyson sphere program. Ooh, that's quite a lot of things. I don't know how long it takes to get through this, but look at that. Magnetic coil.
You can hold
Unlocks
down
wind turbine,
drag,
Tesla
rotate
tower.
the angle of view, or slide the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
Alright, and we have the inventory. We can take items, we can split items with the right mouse button, shift left click, take multiple items at the same time, and control left click, take all items of the same type. Alright, so we're getting copper ore, copper ingots, magnets, iron ingots, and hydrogen fuel rods. Alright, I guess we'll find out eventually what we... yeah, the research required, the materials. I'm assuming we just use that. Voilà, you can split it. Alright, can be useful. And then we have a replicator. What can we do? Buildings, or we can make the components. I'm assuming we have to wait until the research is done, however. Lack of research items. We need magnetic coils. So I guess we can make them. Let us stop harvesting. Oh, maybe we can just continue doing this and then let's have a look. Replicator. Ten times. Let's produce it. Alright, so now it is being built. Mecha's core energy is insufficient.
Energy is required in all mecha activities. If it is depleted, the activities will be restricted. You can click the mecha panel button at the bottom right of the screen to open the mecha panel and resupply fuel into the fuel chamber.
Oh. We have a fuel chamber. Lack of fuel. So I guess this is where the hydrogen fuel rods come into place. There we go. Oh, that is going to be a consistent problem, I guess. Right, so we have this stuff now, and then let's have a look. Alright, so now it is being used. Alright, so there we go. Research is being done. The mecha consumes core energy when moving, gathering, building, replicate items and using its lab research technologies. The core energy bar and value are displayed directly below the screen. When the core energy is insufficient, all activities will be restricted, such as slower move speed and unable to research, etc. You need to pay attention to the use of mecha core energy at any time. Once the core energy is insufficient, you can click the mecha panel at the bottom right corner of the screen to open the mecha panel and resupply fuel into the fuel chamber. Converting fuel energy into core energy through the fuel chamber will recover the core energy of the mecha. The fuel chamber's power is higher, the speed of energy recovery is faster. In the early stage, gathering trees and plants on a planet can obtain two primary fuels, logs and plant fuels. Coals are also good fuel choices. Alright, high-grade fuels not only contain more energy than low-grade fuel, but they also increase the mecha fuel power, allowing the mecha to recover energy more quickly. In addition to the fuel chamber, in the mecha core also comes with a weak power generations. You can move the mouse to the value at the right of the core energy bar to view the specific usage details. Alright. You have unlocked a new automatic mining machine, which will automatically collect ores for you. Of course, its capacity is limited. You may wish to transfer these minerals to the smelting facility automatically. Right, let's stop doing this for a second.
You have created a mining machine to achieve ore collecting automation. Pick it up from the inventory, or select it on Gathering of Construction menu to build it. You can use the R key to rotate the mining machine for covering more veins. The more veins covered, the faster the ores will be gathered. If you want to ignore grid snapping, try holding down the shift key.
I see. So we could build it here. And now we need energy. The mining machine can automatically gather ores. Use the R key to rotate, press and shift hold to ignore the snapping through the construction grid. At this time you can more finely adjust the position and rotate the rotation of the mining machine to cover more veins. Alright. The more veins covered by the mining machine, the gathering speed is faster. Each covered vein provides a basic capacity of 30 per minute. The consumption rate of each vein is consistent because the mining machine consumes the covered veins in turn. When one of the covered veins is exhausted, the production capacity of the mining machine will decrease. A vein's coverage is not the more the better. In many cases, it is necessary to determine the number of veins covered according to the balance of output and consumption. A single vein can be covered by multiple mining machines. The more mining machines covering it, the consumption rate is faster. Okay. By continuously upgrading the mineral utilization technology in the technology tree upgrade section, you can increase the mining speed of mining machines and reduce the loss of veins caused by mining operations. Yeah, that seems important. Anyway, we have other things to do. We have access to a wind turbine, so I'm assuming it will be a smart plan to put that down right now. There we go, and I'm assuming...
You have established your first power grid. Not all power facilities has its power supply area. Use the Tesla Tower to extend the area of the power grid.
Right, so we have a Tesla Tower. So I guess, I see. So we can place this away from it, from up to a certain distance. And that is where we will have a Tesla Tower.
You have done building the first power transmission facility, Tesla Tower. It can carry out short-distance wireless power transmission and expand the power supply area of the power grid. Click on it to view the current power grid information.
100% satisfaction. Alright, so we can get a lot more information here. Power grid establishment guide. For production facilities to work, they need to connect to the grid, and there must be power generation facilities in the grid to provide electricity. There are power generation facilities, power consumption facilities, power storage facilities, and power transmission facilities in the power grid. If the power generation of the power grid is greater than power consumption, the power consumption facilities will run at full load. And the accumulators will store the surplus electricity with a certain power. Yeah, I think all of this is pretty self-explanatory for now. Once the satisfaction of the power grid is less than 10%, the power grid will trip. At the same time, the production facilities will stop working. In the early stage, you can use wind turbines to generate electricity. Wind turbines use wind power to generate electricity and do not need to consume fuels. It is a very practical power generation facility for early development. Besides, different planets have different wind energy ratio. Interesting. Wind turbines come with a power supply area, but this area is very small. If you want to expand the power grid supply range, you need to use a Tesla tower to transmit. Okay, power generation facilities require fuels, will consume fuels based on the actual consumption power. And we have a power network display that we are going to ignore for now. Anyway, let us have a look. We have electromagnetism now. Automatic metallurgy, that seems like an important one. Gives us a smelter and glass. This is unlocking electromagnetic matrix, as well as a matrix lab, center branch connector, basic assembling process. I'm assuming this one would be a good next choice. We need 10 magnetic coils and 10 circuit boards. Alright, let us make some of those then. For that we need magnets. For that we need iron ore. I haven't seen iron ore yet. Coal. Coal. That's a lot of coal, man. Alright. Interesting. We have what looks like stone over here. Or this is iron ore. No, this should be stone, right? Let's see. Titanium ore. Interesting. So there's a bunch of stuff that we will have to use eventually. We have... This could be iron ore. Stone veins. Doesn't tell me what this is, but this looks like iron to me. Coal ore. No, it is coal. Huh. Now we have the stone. More titanium. Right, this is stone, yes. Alright, so I'm going to walk around a bit and see if we can figure this out, where we can find some iron ore. Alright, pretty sure I was being dumb there, because we have the copper veins over here, and I might have just completely missed it, but we have iron ore veins over here. Anyway, look at how pretty this game is, man. It looks super cool. So we have iron veins here, iron veins here. We were flying there for a second, and of course this is also the unit we use to travel between planets, as per what I've saw in the, or what I've seen in the trailer, which is kind of cool. Anyway, we need to make a bunch of these, I guess. So you produce one, and then he makes 4, or it's times 4 for 1 iron ore, I guess. Let's make a bunch. Because then we need to have 10 of those. Well, that's 20 of them. That's maybe a bit too much. And then we need to have this electronic circuits. So we need to have copper ingots and we need to have iron ingots. Also 10 of those. So that's 6, 8, 10. And that should do it quite nicely. In the meantime, I'm just going to continue harvesting iron ore for a bit, because I'm very sure we are going to need some more eventually. Right? Alright, and we are automatically using inventory items to research, so this is immediately being used up. We are at 7 out of 7. Core energy will deplete soon. You can see also that we are going slower. You can see a little bit of a hazy effect around this unit. It's a good thing we have coal nearby. Crude oil seep. Interesting. Anyway, we are going to have to get some coal, or we can get some trees as well. Oh, look at that planet, man. This is very exciting. Looks very cool. Of course, it's going to take a little while before we assume or manage to get complete automation. Let us take one of these trees. More titanium, I guess. Plant fuel. Alright, so if we open up this panel, I guess, organic crystal. High-grade chemical product used to produce high-strength crystals with crystal structure. I'm assuming, yeah. Immediately we run a bit faster, we can do the research. And I'm just going to use up those few tree logs until we can get to the coal over here. That seems more useful. We might want to automate this next. As well as the iron ore, of course, but... Alright, last one for the research to be finished. And those trees did not last long. This also doesn't last very long. Interesting. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of this whole process. Eventually it might go pretty quick, I guess, I assume, but... Anyway, you have unlocked the smelter and it will automatically smelt base materials such as iron and copper ingots for you. To achieve full automation, you need to use a sorter to automatically put the ores on the conveyor belt into the smelter. Okay. We have 3 smelters for free, that is good. Alright, let us stop that for a second. Walking also takes energy, so this is something we want to automate as quickly as possible, I guess. Anyway, we need to have a sorter. We have production, or we have a building menu here now. That is kind of cool and very useful. Anyway, we can build a smelter, so that is what we are going to do. And let us see if we can make a smelter around there.
You built a smelter, which can smelt basic materials, such as iron ingots and copper ingots automatically. While you want to make the raw materials and products get in and out of it autonomously, you need to use sorters and conveyor belts.
Alright, if I want to make this, what do we need? We need Tesla towers. Let's make a couple of those, because I want to expand my power facilities, of course. So I guess we will make these spheres kind of overlap just a little bit. I think that would be useful. And we will build the other one there. Now these guys have power. We need to select a recipe, and we are going to make copper ingots.
After selecting the recipe, you can use the less than key to copy the recipe, and the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
So this only fits 20 copper ore. Select the recipe, you can use the minus key to copy the recipe and the... Okay, interesting. So to copy, and then we can paste it somewhere else, I guess, yeah. Sure. At the same time, I guess, well, we have another smelter. I'm going to put that down here for now. Later on, I think we might want to change positions on that. But I will use this one to smelt some iron ingots, because we have iron ore in our possession as well. Voilà. We don't have complete energy anymore, so we need to have another one of these. Or I guess we might as well make 2. Why not? And then we need to research something else. We need to make sure that we get access to automation. So we have steel smelting, basic logistics systems. Oh, that's up here, yeah. Definitely we are going to research this one next. And then we have a wind turbine. Too close to another wind turbine, interesting. So we will place that one down over here, and I guess they will automatically connect up to each other. And we'll build that one there. And now we don't have any more, but this should be sufficient for now. Yeah, we're getting there, man. Slowly working our way up. Alright, so we need some more. Oh, wrong button. Need some more components. We need 10 more of these, so that's 6, 8, 10, and now we need iron ingots. Luckily for us, we have been producing those. We'll add some more iron ore. And we'll take those 23 and put in some more ore. There we go. There's some more Tesla towers. And then we can make one more of these, and then we need 10 gear wheels. And I'm assuming, yeah, we just use the iron ingots for that. Let's see, I think I'm making 9 about now, but let's have a look. That's 10. That's everything we need to research the next step. So with that, of course, we are going to start making a transport belt from here to the smelters, and then I guess we will start making another of these smelters. Basic logistics system complete. You have unlocked automated logistics, the conveyor belt and sorter. You can use them to automatically transport the ores gathered in a mining machine for smelting or to load them into storage. Alright, so now from what I understand...
You have received the sorter and the conveyor belt, which can achieve full automation now. Use the conveyor belt to transport the piled up ores from the mining machine, and the sorter can deliver the ores from the conveyor belt to the smelter for automatic smelting.
Okay, so we have the sorter here and we have a conveyor belt, so I guess...
When putting a conveyor belt,
yes.
all you need to do is determine the starting point and the end point of it. In addition, use the up arrow key to lift up one level, and use the down arrow key to drop down one level after the conveyor belt is lifted. Press keypad 0 to reset the construction height of the conveyor belt to the ground. If you don't want the conveyor belt to be attached to the building, you can try holding down the shift key.
Oh, you can even lift them, that is very cool. So determine the starting point and end point of it. In addition, use the up key to lift up one level. Right, we are going to have to check that out later. For now, we need to put down the sorters, I guess.
The sorter is a transportation connector of cargoes between facilities. It will automatically transport them as long as the supply facility and the receiving facility are bridged.
Too close. Ah, interesting. So if we were to deconstruct this thing, and we would place it a little bit further away, and then we have this thing. Interesting. Alright, so we would need to build a few more of these guys. Just a few, and I guess, well, we have some iron ore here, just one iron plate, we will take it. Well, everything is new to me here as well, so we need to figure out a little bit of how this all works. Alright, so that doesn't automatically connect up into here, so I'm assuming we still do need the sorter. Alright, yeah. But the sorter goes the wrong way. Alright, so we click that. And then we would start from here to there. And then I guess it will be the correct way around. Yes, indeed. Alright, so now we can see it's being picked up off of the conveyor belt. It's being put in here. And then this would take the copper ingots that we are making here and putting it over here. So that is not what we want. Right, do we get a splitter, I wonder? Is there a thing that allows us to split these things? Transport cargo from conveyor belts and facilities or between facilities. Can install filter to filter the cargo. When putting on conveyor belts, all you need to do is determine starting points. Okay, yeah. So that's another thing. Improve logistics. What is this? A splitter, 4-way direction, and a sorter. Alright, so that is, I guess, what we would... Oh, it needs... Science matrix. So we cannot do that one yet, because we need to do some other things. For that we have the electromagnetic matrix, and I guess this kind of works like Factorio with the research packs. And we have upgrades as well, interesting. So we have Mecha Core, plus 40 max core energy, activate. Okay, so that's cool. And we have universe exploration, that requires electromagnetic matrices. That's kind of cool. Alright, so actually let us see if we can have another miner. We need iron ingots for that, and gear wheels. So we don't have enough, so I'm going to have to go back to get some more iron ingots. And then I'm going to automate these as well. Probably transport that over here and smelt it on this side, but maybe not, because I saw some more iron ore over here, so we might want to put smelting there instead. Well, let's see. You can automatically fly over bodies of water, that's kind of cool. Anyway, be back in a second. Alright, so we are done doing the things we need to do for right this second. We have another mining machine, which we will put down. Let's see, we can hold... Yeah, hold it like that, I guess, and maybe we will fit one more, or I guess not. So the snapping still does work the best here. It's a bit unfortunate, because I would like to take this one as well. Ah, that works. Yep. Build it like that, I suppose. We need some power as well, so I'm assuming we would need another wind turbine. But for that we need more iron ore, which we don't have access to right now. Okay, so let me just see if we can fix that. First up, we will build a conveyor belt right there. It looks like we have these little drones, which is kind of cool. They built this stuff for us. And we have this oil well, which we need to take into account. But then we have for production a smelter. I thought we still had a smelter. Ah, the other smelter is still over on the other side. Right, okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and pick that up, I think. And then I also need some more materials, because I need to have access to the power. So I'm going to set all of that up, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, well that is now set up, which means we are now making, or after we set the recipe, we are now automatically making iron ore. Not iron ore, iron ingots. So just every once in a while I need to get over here, and it does look like we don't have enough power, so we would need another wind turbine. That is fine, it is still producing right this very second, so let us just select this. We can make one more, that is good. We have all the materials we need for that. So I'm thinking we could keep the wind turbines along the coastline here, similar with the wind turbines over here. Hopefully that will be enough. One more should do it. There we go. Now these are producing at maximum capacity. So we need basically a wind turbine for a building, at least for the smelter. Alright, good. So now we are making these automatically. That means we could probably build another mining facility. And I'm going to use that one for the ore. Now we don't have storage right now. That is something we need to fix. As for research, we have basic assembling machines. I'm going to activate those, because we need to start producing some other things here, I think. Maybe also we're going to get rid of these 2 trees, so that we clear the area around the crude oil seep that we have there. Alright, so I'm just going to empty this. Also, I want to eventually get to storage, which at the moment we don't have, but these smelters store up to 100 materials, so that is very good for us. Every once in a while we can just drop by. But really, ideally, I would like to store a lot of coal, so I just can go over there, put one down, and then, yeah, just come by and make sure that I have the materials I need, essentially. Now, why don't we have enough? We need more iron ore to make one of these. Alright, interesting. We might be able to just make some Tesla towers, though. But for that, we also need more magnetic coil. So that's another thing we need to automate very soon. Alright, now let's have a look here. We could hold shift and then rotate it again a little bit. So I want to make sure that I take as many of these as possible. We'll do it like this, I guess. There we go. And then of course it needs power. It might be cheaper to... No, we don't even have that. Alright. So that means we need more iron ore, or iron ingots. Actually, we have enough of those, so what are we missing here? Magnets. Oh, that is straight up iron ore. Interesting. Alright, so I thought we needed iron ingots for that as well, but we need straight up iron ore. That is important to know. So we need a storage of that as well, or at least we need to automate the production of the magnets and then as well as the smelting into iron ingots. Now, I doubt that we can take the materials... Oh, actually, yeah, we can take it off of the conveyor belts. Interesting, we should just hold it down like that. Alright, cool. So then we should be able to make this one. I'll make one of those, or two of them. 3 of those. And core energy will deplete soon. Yeah, so this is my core energy, by the way. So we can look at the bottom here how much longer we have. Now, to be honest, I'm not a fan of this process. I'm hoping that at some point we can install some solar panels in our body here. That this is not going to be a problem anymore, because I don't really see the benefit of it. Like, I don't see why this would be a game system, I guess. Like, what is the interest in? Yeah. It just takes more time away from the thing that actually matters, which is the production of your factory. Right, so I don't know. I don't particularly like that. Construction mode, so what is happening? Ah, so he's still producing these things. Well, actually he produced the Tesla towers. What about the wind turbine though? We didn't order a wind turbine to be built. I'm pretty sure we did. Ah yeah, he's building them. We just need to have a bit of coal. It's just very slow because we don't have the coal. Look at that, that is extremely slow. We can still do things, so it's not like we're dying here, but there we go, that is better. Really though, I want to have that storage. Right, so now this is producing automatically. We can just stop mining that ourselves. So even now, I can just, every once in a while, I can just come by, pick up some coal, no problem, and then we will have plenty. Maybe I can even, no. I could pick it up and copy it apparently, but maybe there's also a way to automatically take out the materials. Anyway, we have 64 here. So yeah, this is good, this is useful. Alright, so we are automatically producing that, so now we need to produce some other things for... Yep. Alright, so we are running out of iron plates, so we can go and take some of those. And of course we also need to produce some of these things, which, well, we also need iron ingots for. I keep saying plates because that is Factorio talking. But, you know, what we really need is, of course, the ingots. Alright, so we're picking up some ingots, and then I will also make... Alright, so we need one more of those. Good to know. We've got 100 now, so we will make one more of these. And then 10 of those. And then we can automate the production. And that is going to be interesting because that is really what this should be all about. Now probably one of the first things we want to automate is the transport belts. But let's see if that is something that we can do. Should be, but yeah, let's see. Alright, you have unlocked the assembly machine Mark 1. You can make iron and copper ingots into more advanced products, but its speed is slower. By upgrading technology, you can get a faster assembler. Alright, cool. So, oh look at that. Our microjoules are still going up. That is good to know. We have an assembly machine. So we have one of those, and I will just have a look. We need to place it down somewhere. Maybe we can place it down over here. Because this could be like we can bring copper here, we can bring the iron here. So this might be a good place to start with the production facility. We'll place it down right there. Of course, we are going to need power generation here as well. We need some more materials. It's a bit annoying that it doesn't automatically make it when you click on this. That is something I would like to see changed. Anyway, let's open up this thing and let's see what we can automate. We can automate production of buildings apparently. But let's start with gears. That is nice and basic. We could also start automating the magnetic coils. It's kind of interesting. But let's start with something easy. Let's start with the gears here. Right, and then we have power supply. We can put down a wind turbine right about there, and we have a couple of Tesla towers. So I'm going to put down a Tesla tower right about there. And there we go. Now, as for logistics, we need a lot of conveyor belts. So I'm going to construct a ton of these. Or we can say how many we want to produce at a time. So let's say 10 at a time. There we go. We are going to need it. So another interesting thing here, or at least what it seems to me, is we have multiple ports where you can slot onto. So this can be slotted into from 4 sides. And of course I think we will need a sorter. But look at that, you even have this, you have multiple inputs. So that's kind of cool. You could even, I think, oh, it needs a connection. So if we build down this thing over here, like that. Well, now our little drones are going over to produce these things. I don't know if we have to be close for that to work. But then we could even slot that onto here, I guess, I assume. It's a valid connection. Yeah, there we go. So iron ore is coming in, iron ingots are coming out, and we do need a bit of this stuff. So let's have a look. We are right now, because we are producing a lot of stuff through the replicator, we are taking up a ton of energy. And we do still have coal ore, so maybe if we open up this, yeah, we can add some coal, and it's going to increase that again. Alright, so good to go. We need to go over here, and then I guess we can go, we'll go to the far side here.
You can now click the planet thumbnail button in the lower left corner of the screen, or press the M key to try the planet view mode.
Alright, that's new. Oh, look at that.
In the planet view mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button drag, rotate the angle of view, and hold down the right mouse button, drag to roll the angle of view. Press N key to point to the front to the North Pole.
Alright, so I'm assuming this is the North Pole. Yep, and then
In the planet view mode, slide the mouse wheel to enter the star map mode.
Oh, Icarus. And now we can slide out. Now we have Subra, which is ice giant. Super 1, Super 1, Super 4. Holy shit, look at that. These are all the places we can expand to. That is crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy. The zoom of this is insane. That is really crazy. Maybe, yeah, we can press M to go to planetary view. Yes, indeed. All right. So we are now producing these gears automatically. That is cool. So what do we need to make these things? Gears and the iron plates. So of course also we need to research, or we already did research, the basic logistics system, I think. Or maybe, I guess not. Oh, the splitters were here, so we need to unlock something else first. So we need the electromagnetic matrix. We have fluid storage encapsulation, that is also something new, and as a water pump, high efficiency plasma control, prism wireless power tower. Oh, interesting. Electromagnetic drive. Creates motors. Oh, you have a lot of stuff to go through, man. Yeah, and all of these other things, they required, oh, wrong button there, require these other things, the electromagnetic matrix. So I think that is something we need to work on next, so that we can go for splitters, because the splitters I think would be very useful to have indeed. Now of course we can also still click on this conveyor belt, and I will just take off all of the materials until we have a lot of them, because we will need it. So that brings us up to 88, almost 100. Okay, let's stop there for a second. Alright, so what do we need to do next? We have the assembly machine, we can make another one of those. Alright, let's make 4 more. Why not? We need to have the manual research. Okay, let's do that first actually. We need to have 10 of these. Like that, and we need to have the assemblers, and for that we need raw ore, which we can also get because it's on the belt over there. So alright, and also I really like this little jetpack animation. At some point of course we're all going to be able to fly off of this planet, which is also really cool. And we can fly in between planets, and we will have trading stations that fly materials from this planet to other planets. It's going to be crazy. Right, let's make 10 of those, or let's make 20 of them, even. Well, that's fine, we will use them anyway. Wow, this looks kind of cool. This is going to be a lot of fun, I'm pretty sure. Yep, still working on that, so that is going well. And then we will be able to put in splitters. So now we can put a splitter in here somewhere, and then we can add another production facility right there. And of course this will need to have a Tesla tower, so we will put that down like right about there, I guess. Of course, we are still starting, so we really need to figure out some efficient things, efficient way to do these things. Alright, so we have the conveyor belts here. We can automate these. So what we could do, maybe, and this is just to have a look, you have unlocked the matrix lab, or rather the center brain connector, and you will use it to upload the matrices to the center brain to obtain technology. Alright. We have a sorter over here. We can connect this up to that, and that is too far. Unfortunate. We'll build it a little bit closer then. There we go, connect that up. This is going to produce then our transport belts. And then we need a splitter, which requires the other stuff. So let's have a look at that. We have research, we have the matrix lab, we have one of those. Oh, that's quite large. Where to put it? Because we need to automate this stuff. I don't know what we will use to automate it, but okay, let's for now build one over here.
Matrix Lab. You can use it to make super matrices or research technologies that require them to unlock. The super matrices are the source code of the center brain for maintaining the homeworld. You can upload as many super matrices to the center brain as possible. You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the homeworld simultaneously.
Alright, introduction. Matrix Lab is the hub of connecting the real world and the center brain. It has two modes, matrix and research. The matrix mode is to produce matrices. The research mode is to consume the super matrices to research technologies. And can only research technologies that require the super matrices to unlock. Once selected the research mode, the matrix labs will automatically research the currently ongoing technology, and all matrix labs share the same research progress. This will greatly increase the research speed by using multiple matrix labs to research the same technology at the same time. Oh, so you can also unlock different things, I guess. So you can... One of the 5 basic source codes that keep the center brain stimulating is the foundation of all scientific and technological research. Alright, so you need some materials to make the electromagnetic matrix, and that is going to go into... Wait, what? Right, okay. So the circuit board, and that's going to produce that automatically. So these are the different things that you can produce here, I guess, and that goes into research. Interesting. Alright, so let's see what we need to do here then. So we need to automate magnetic coils, and we need to automate the circuit boards. But we've been playing for some time already at this point. Well, actually, maybe we can insert this manually for now, because we have some. We have some of these and we have some of those. So now it is automatically producing this stuff. And if we then select a research, which, let's do the improved logistics system. It is right now producing. Okay, but where did the things go? Matrix mode is to produce matrix, research mode is to research tech which require a matrix. A lack of matrix. Yeah. And I don't understand this symbol. So this is the mode it will be in, so that is to research, and this is the other mode, I guess. And this says stop the work of the matrix lab and return to idle. Now we already made some of these, I don't know where they went though. But so I guess we would need another matrix lab. So we will make that one. And we are going to get rid of this tree. We're going to get rid of this stone ore. There we go. Alright, so let's say we put this one down over here. And I'm assuming... Oh, this is not in the right place. This should have power. Right? You would assume so anyway. Anyway, let's maybe... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do there. Alright, let's place this down over here. Now we have our power production, which if we put it down over here, should work. Then we need a sorter, I guess, to go from here to there. Then this will produce, and this will research. And then this needs some other materials that we need to automate, but that is something we will be doing in the next episode, because I think we've been going on for quite some time in this already. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more, because it does really help me and the channel, of course. So yeah, hopefully I will see you guys for the next episode.